Hey, it's Sam back here. Welcome to this bonus page for WP Site Guardian 2017. Now, this is the second version along from the first version, which came out last year. Now, WP Site Guardian is a plugin for WordPress that protects you against hacks. One of the most common ways that people hack into your websites is through WordPress, and this has happened to me multiple times, as I'll show you in just a second. Now, what this does is it gives you site protection, and it allows you to protect yourself in a number of different ways, from updating plugins that have gone out of date, from to restricting IP access. So if someone's trying to log in constantly to your website using a bot to do it, it'll prevent them from doing that. It'll record all the hacks, and it will also install for you a number of security features that will help to protect your website. This is why this is so important. And this is why this is so important. Now, this is an email that I received last year, and I received many of these different emails until I actually installed the appropriate security onto my WordPress blogs. What this is it's saying that I basically have 12 hours to avoid service interruption. I had a few of my domains, because I didn't see this message, that actually got disabled entirely by Namecheap. Now, Namecheap is where I had those domains hosted. What they did is they took these down because there was phishing content, okay? There was content on there that shouldn't have been on there on these separate pages. And they had detected it through one of their systems, or they had received a complaint that there was a credit card scam that had been uploaded. Now, obviously it wasn't me. Namecheap could see that it wasn't me, but they sent me this to alert me and to tell me that this malicious content had been uploaded to my server. What I needed to do from then is I needed to go ahead and I contacted Liquid Web, who then went through and disabled that content. It took a long time for them to do that, but then it kept on reappearing. And after talking with Namecheap and also talking with Liquid Web, it became very clear that all of these websites had something in common. It was about 5 of them in total. What they had in common was they all had WordPress installations that were out of date, and they all had plugins that were out of date as well. That was how they were getting in. After I updated all of my WordPress plugins, I updated all of my WordPress installs, and I installed some site protection, I haven't had a problem since. So that's what this will do. Basically, within a few clicks, you can install WP Site Guardian. It gives you the ability to add whitelisted IPs. It gives you the ability to view plugin vulnerabilities, which is really important because it means that hackers, most of the time, they get in through seeing if there's an out-of-date plugin. They'll have a look, they'll see if they can get in through an out-of-date plugin, and what that out-of-date plugin might include, as you can see this one right here, is it might include a way of them getting through that code into WordPress and seizing control of the website, and that's often how they get in. This will also give you the ability to whitelist IP addresses. So say, for example, if you know that you're the only person that ever logs into your WordPress install, you can actually add your IP address and whitelist it. And that means that you'll be able to get in every single time and your IP won't be blocked by the other protection that you have. You can also block IPs. So if you see, for example, that there's an IP address that's coming in that shouldn't be logging into your website, you can see here all of the different IPs that are coming in, then you can block that IP. Also, the software will automatically block IPs depending on what you set it up as. And in the tutorial section, it goes into those different options, and I'll show you them in just a moment. You've also got here the ability to see basically hack attempts, and these are different attempts that have happened from IP addresses, which you've either blocked, and you can see the type of attempt it is here. You've got server requests, and this is an example site, by the way, that is out of date, so we can actually show you this data. So you've got here server requests, it's logging all the different hacks, and it then gives you the ability to see what's going on. And because this plugin is installed, these hacks won't work. Okay, so these are hacks that are happening through this website right now because the security plugin is installed. Even though this stuff is out of date, because the security plugin is installed, it's preventing these hacks. So really, really cool. Now, if we go back up to settings, I'll show you a few more bits and pieces in the settings section. And down below, there's actually a demonstration that Chris did about why this might be useful. You've got your status, you've got how many hack attempts there are, how many or the impact of those hack attempts, you've got IP addresses blocked, you've got the amount of attacks that you've had. There's been a lot on this website. You've also got the ability to configure your plugin. Okay, so if you want to get a bit more advanced, you can actually go in here and change some things. So right now it's got enabled on most sites, and that basically means that I believe that it means that this is completely enabled on any websites that it has been set up with. Now if we go ahead and we do advanced configuration, we can enable vulnerability scanning, so it actually will check if plugins are out of date. You can see a live blacklist, so you can enable a live blacklist, which means that basically any bad IP addresses that are attempting to hack your website will be disabled and they'll be unable to get into your website. You've got a block threshold, block all requests with an impact higher than this, 20. Okay, I believe that's if someone tries to log in 20 times, then it'll be blocking them. It's got an email threshold as well. If they try and get in through a certain hack, it'll block them through that as well. Ban IP addresses after 100 total impacts or 100 total login attempts within 60 minutes. And they've got exceptions here as well. Now these exceptions, they include the ability to basically have a, I guess these are more advanced. I don't know when you'd actually use these. You'll be able to see in the tutorials. But I believe these are different types of exceptions to access. So if there's something else going on or there's a certain plugin that's installed that needs one of these exceptions, you'll be able to add that in, but that's covered in the tutorials. So what this does is basically, really simply, it's pre-set up to secure your website and protect it. It's going to alert you when you need to update WordPress. It's going to alert you when you need to update plugins. It's going to block any hack attempts that are coming into your website, and it'll do it really, really well. So if you want to protect your WordPress website, you want to protect your clients' websites, you need some sort of protection like this. The advantage of this software is you don't have to pay a monthly cost like many of the other options that are out there. I was recently investigating one that I'd seen and heard about. It was a monthly cost, about $37, and it did exactly what this plugin does, with a few things left out. It didn't have any statistics, and there was a few restrictions that it had as well. So I think you'll really like this plugin. It's going to protect your WordPress websites. It's going to mean that your domain won't get shut down, hopefully, like mine did. You'll prevent that from happening, and you'll prevent any issues in future with, your clients' sites, for example, getting taken over, or someone uploading malicious content to one of your WordPress blogs through one of these plugins that hasn't been updated. So if you want to find out more and find out more about the bonuses, go down below, check out those down there, and thank you for listening. This is available for you if you got access to WP Site Guardian previously, but you didn't get the OTO 1, you'll need to repurchase. If you did get access to WP Site Guardian, there was an OTO 1 upgrade at that time that allowed you to upgrade for continual updates. If you got that, you'll be getting this version. I think you've already got it. And if you're new to WP Site Guardian, you want to get access, you'll be able to down below for a one-off cost. The sooner you get access, the lower you'll have to, the less you'll have to pay, or less you'll have to pay. So if you want to get access, I encourage you to get access early. Cool, this is Sam Becker. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.